Hi, I'm Jing Yong.
Hi, I'm Leroy.
Hi, I'm Joyce, and we are all Year 3 students from SMU School of Information Systems.
Hi everyone, we're the Carnegie Mellon side of Team 5.
I'm Patrick, a senior in Information Systems.
I'm Katie, a junior in Information Systems and Decision Science.
I'm Zoe, a junior in Business Administration.
And I'm Siddarth, a sophomore in IS as well.
The original site uses a lot of grey, which is not aesthetically appealing, as can be seen from the picture on the left. Our group decided to change the grey tabs into white colored tabs and turn the tabs red when it is being clicked on. Let's look at the prototype in detail. When users click on the Vehicles tab, it turns red. And when users click on the tab again, it turns back to white. We move the Toyota logo from the top right-hand corner of the page to the top left-hand corner. The logo is also made clickable and leads back to the home. That is why we remove the home button as indicated by the cross on the left. In the prototype, users click on the vehicle button to access the drop-down menu. Users then click on the show off button to go to the events catalog page. At the new page, when user wants to go back to the home page, user simply clicks on the logo. And user is back to the home page. Next, we decided to reduce the number of items on the second navigation bar. One recommendation is to take out the News and Events tab indicated as a cross in the left picture to be an item under the About Toyota tab, clearly circled in the picture on the right. We also took out the Toyota CEVS Clean Air tab and placed it as an item under the Innovation tab. Let's look at the prototype in detail. When users click on the About Toyota tab, users can clearly see the News and Events as the last item. When users click on the Innovation tab, users can also see the Toyota CEVS Clean Air as the last item too. Next, we change the metaphor at the navigation bar from showroom to vehicles, as the word showroom may be misleading, while the word vehicles straightforwardly suggests being able to view all vehicles. In the next recommendation, we took out the grey navigation bar in the original site as indicated by the cross in the left picture. This is because it is replicating the exact same information listed in the showroom tab circled on the left. We also grouped the whole vehicles list into 7 categories as circled on the right. In addition, the original preview of the car in the navigation bar only shows a picture of the car without any details. Our group proposed to add the price of the car in the preview picture so that users need not navigate through the pages just to get the price. In the prototype, users click on the Vehicles tab to access the drop-down menu. 7 categories can be seen on the left where users can select the ones they want to view. Hatchback is selected in this case. And all the cars from the hatchback category appears in the preview. The price is also clearly visible in the preview of the car.
Next, we added an extra feature that allows users to compare between vehicles by adding them into a comparison card. In the prototype, user click compare and a mini version of the vehicle is added to the card. Other vehicles can be selected from the navigation bar. User can compare a second vehicle or a third vehicle up to a maximum of 3 vehicles. Users are also able to add vehicles to the comparison chart from the vehicle catalog page. The old Toyota site have minimum variety of colors which makes the page dull. We introduce colors and relevance to the local context by showing Singapore's famous landscapes or cityscapes.
In the original site, some buttons such as Book a Test Drive will redirect users to a new window as seen in the left picture. Our group proposed that a model window be used instead of using pop-up windows to display the form. Thus, as seen from the prototype, when a user clicks on the test drive link, the form is shown in a model window. To close the form, all a user needs to do is click on anywhere on the grey area and the form is automatically hidden. Users may now resume using the page as per normal. The original vehicle catalogue displays all vehicles in a single page. Our group proposed that an added filter feature panel be placed at the side as circled in red to allow users to view only the vehicles that they are interested in. For example, when a user unchecks the checkbox for MPVs, all vehicles under the MPV category is hidden. Thus, as users continue to uncheck the various checkboxes, the respective vehicles under that category is hidden. Apart from viewing vehicles in a grid-like arrangement, users can click on the list view to toggle the display. In this display, more information is presented to the user as compared to the previous view. This is particularly useful for users with slightly fewer vehicles on display. To return to the previous grid view, a user simply needs to click on the grid view button to toggle the display.
So say you're on the Toyota site and you know you want a Toyota, but you don't know what the one is that perfectly works for you. If you first click Select Vehicles, you'll be presented with an assortment of Toyota vehicles, such as currently on their site. What we propose is adding a Select to Compares Car feature. So maybe you are interested in the Corolla, so you select that one. And then also the Camry, the Sienna minivan, and finally the Avalon. At this point, when all 4 cars are selected, it will direct to the next page. Otherwise, if you only want to compare 1 through 3 cars, you could just hit Compare Now. You will then be brought to a page which lists all of the cars you selected in a nice chart for easy comparison.
The Compare feature currently allows users to compare Toyota models to outside brand models. However, if a user is trying to decide between Toyota models, we want to give them a forum to do that as well. This would be most effective on the United States site because American consumers are more purchase-oriented and want to find out as much information online before buying their car.
Currently, to go from the home page of the Toyota US site to the interior features of a Toyota Camry, there are 4 steps. First, we click Select Vehicle. This takes us to a menu of all Toyota vehicles. Next, we select Camry and the list of cars and minivans. This takes us to the main page for the Camry and Camry hybrid models. Then we must select Features from the secondary menu bar of the Camry page, which then takes us to a Features and Specs page where we can then click View Specs to see the interior features for all Camry models.
The US site has a lot of features, so sometimes users can get lost among all of the pages. Adding in the breadcrumbs would allow customers to have a clear path to indicate where they landed before so that they don't have to search out a certain page from the beginning again.
The breadcrumbs would display under the main menu bar as can be seen here on the home page. If we go through the same steps to the interior features of Camrys, you can clearly observe the page-by-page navigation. From any of these pages, the user can go back with just one click to any of the pages they previously accessed. For example, from the interior features page, if the user wished to go to the home page, they would simply click the home button on the breadcrumbs, taking them back to the home page.
We learned that when doing a global project, it's important to have a good and well-planned timeline because any clarifications would require a 13 hours waiting time.
And also, because of the time differences, our weekly meetings have to be kept short. Thus, it is important to be clear of what to discuss so that no time is wasted.
We also found it useful to leverage on time differences. When one side of the team is sleeping, the other side could be working, thus creating a continuous 24-hour work cycle.
Overall, we felt that our project was well planned. Having a weekly fixed meeting is very helpful to help us allocate work and make decisions.
We usually start each meeting by discussing the progress of any previously assigned tasks and allocate new tasks for the next phase of the project. This makes every meeting very efficient.
The workload was well divided. We did it by splitting each task into various topics, with one or two members taking charge of each topic.
Having a WhatsApp group chat greatly aided in our communication. We could easily update each other of our work progress via the group chat.
Google Hangout was also used to conduct our weekly video conferences, and Google Doc was used to do our collaborative report.
We also created a Facebook group where we shared various useful links with each other. For example, during Phase 2, we used it to share past videos as reference.
While using Google Hangout for our video conferencing, we experienced some audio and connection issues.
We could have done better by having another tool on standby, for example, Skype or Viber.
Even so, we are still very glad that we managed to continue our meetings via the Google chat despite experiencing issues. We also advise future teams to have a chat ready during meetings.
Here are the reflections from the CMU side of the Global Systems Project. Our first reflection deals with time zones. Each week we have set weekly meeting time that worked for both CMU and SMU teams. This was at 9 p.m. CMU time and early in the morning for SMU. As a result, CMU felt that we were worn out at the end of a long school day, whereas we noticed SMU was very productive given that they had just woken up and were about to start the day.
Perhaps due to the time differences or differences in working styles, we had some trouble with coordinating meeting goals as far as objectives for each time that we were together. Even with a set agenda, the CMU side wanted to split up the work, whereas Singapore wanted to do a little bit more in-depth analysis of the objectives at hand. This contributed to some differences in goals, which were further propagated by the differences in the courses. Whereas for the CMU side, our course focuses a little bit more on the recommendations and the presentation. The SMU side focused a little bit more on the paper prototypes, which led to a little bit of a misalignment of goals for the later phases.
As Katie's mentioned, we actually had some time management issues, mainly during meetings because of these differences in goals. So our meetings frequently ran longer than expected. In addition to this, we had some problems with delayed and missed deadlines on both sides of the project, and it kind of hindered our work and overall quality of our work in the end.
Briefly discussing the logistics for our group project, our Pittsburgh team internally communicated with each other using GroupMe, which is a mobile group messaging app, while the entire team, including both the Pittsburgh and Singapore side, communicated as a whole using WhatsApp. This was outside of meetings, but during meetings we initially conducted meetings in a video chat format using Google+, but due to slow network issues, we later just reverted to just text chatting. We also used Doodle Form on the Pittsburgh side to decide on a meeting time, which was later decided as 9 p.m. All collaboration for all phases for documents and videos were done on Google Drive, and we as a team believe that these methods of communication and collaboration work well.